All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to GitHub Co-Pilot. Today's session is being taken care of by Lotus Beta Analytics, the Microsoft partner that is in charge of this co-pilot in our region. Thank you very much for joining. I would go straight to the point. I'm Ayomide Achishifini. I work here with Microsoft's partners, Lotus Beta, and I'll be facilitating the first session of this event. I'll be followed by Suleiman. I'll also be followed by Oladayo, who also will be helping us through the demo and the final phase of the explanations. I'll come back again to close. So that's gonna be it for today. Okay, so basically GitHub Copilot. Everyone has been hearing about GitHub Copilot. I mean, everyone has been hearing about the ChatGPT, and Microsoft just made the partnership with them, OpenAI, and we have been doing so much to make sure that we're able to get that advantage, because everyone has been seeking to understand, where can I really implement this, how can I really get this to feature in what I am doing. So Microsoft tried as much as possible to make sure that they're able to implement it in every of their applications, right? So you will not just be seeing co-pilots for GitHub. You also be seeing Copilot for Microsoft 365 solutions. You'll be seeing Copilot for Edge browser. You'll be seeing Copilot for Microsoft Teams, and all this is just the beginning of the changes in the world. I believe every one of us know and will be adopting this change as it goes. Okay, so you need to give your developers a huge advantage. Now we're bringing it to GitHub. GitHub is one of Microsoft's prized products. We love GitHub so much because over the years we've used it to change the way people build and the way people code. So the main thing that will be coming through this Copilot is, the first thing is to increase developer productivity, right? Uh, the next is also to accelerate innovation, and the last is to bridge skill gaps. Okay, so what is GitHub Copilot going to do for us? One of the most important thing for ChatGPT, especially GPT-4, is that it gives you, ideas, right? If you're a writer, you are able to, have an idea of something in seconds. You get, advantage of just, instead of just writing on your PC by yourself, you get, an AI robot that's by your side, helping you side by side to make sure you are right, maybe with newer ideas, and you get to brainstorm better and faster. At the end of the day, you deliver on your writing projects very, very fast, right? So for GitHub, we already are coding on GitHub. So what the Copilot is here to do for us is to offer code suggestions contextualized to your project. So let's say I'm building, let me say, a front end of a certain application, and maybe I don't want to just go. I mean, this is something I do normally on a normal day, right? I know what to do, but imagine that I am having suggestions just by typing A, and then other functions of A, every other thing just comes around to say, is this what you mean? Is this what you want to do? Is this how you want to do it? And it becomes easier, sincerely. We'll see the demo of all this, in a very short while. So it wants to do what we call convert comments to code, right? You're just typing, you're trying to make a statement, you're making a comment, it's converting into a code. It also autofills for your repetitive codes and also shows you alternatives. That's the most basic thing for GitHub Copilot. So we tested this thing for a while now. We've not just brought it out, but we've been testing it over the week, over the months, And after some early observations and interviews with users, we surveyed more than 2,000 developers to learn at scale about, how their experience with GitHub Copilot has been. So the numbers we have on the screen right now are from three basic categories. The first is for efficiency and flow. Now, efficiency and flow. Hi, Oliver. Thank you for joining us. the efficiency and flow, 96% people say that they are faster with repetitive tasks. You know that sometimes coding might be very, very boring. I must be very sincere with you. Very boring, right? When you're doing the same thing over and over and over again. How about, something your AI already learns what you've been doing, and then you just type a word and it brings out all the things you've been doing. Like, this is what you have been doing. Yeah, just do this once, and you're an enter key, you've written the whole code again, right? So it's 96% says they are faster at especially repetitive tasks, which is what coding is all about. Now, 88% was about, we surveyed for perceived productivity. So an individual now says he's productive. Now, out of these persons, 88%, of the survey perceived productivity, they say that they are more productive. 88%. So I want everyone on this call now to understand that what we're about to engage in, what we're about to have, what we're about to use, some over 2,000 persons have been tested to say, and 88% say they are more productive. So it's something that's going to benefit us all, right? And lastly is for satisfaction and well-being. We tested for that. I mean, the sample of the 2,000, 75% say that they focus on more satisfying work. So instead of taking time to, waste, I mean, instead of wasting time on what you already know how to do, you want to allow the Copilot to run those other things while you focus on the newer things you want to recreate. And yet, Copilot is still going to give you suggestions on the newer things based on the understanding of what you're about to do, right? Now, that's basically, the sample. Just look at the board on the screen. You can see we have 80% says they have faster completion. 87% says they exert less mental effort on repetitive tasks. So every team, on every project, they need Copilot. 77% say they spend less time searching. Sometimes you're typing on a code and you're building a particular product or something, and you just remember that you just realize that there is something missing. There's a tag that you don't really know. You just quickly want to go online to search it. I mean, right there on your GitHub account, you are still in your repository, and you are getting something that is, you don't even need to go on Google to search for that, right? Everything is within you on your screen. Now, 73% say, they stay more in the flow. So instead of going back and forth, coming back, no, I've done this, no, let me go check this platform. I know it's here. This guy has sent it, it's on YouTube. You do everything in one place. And 60% say they are more fulfilled with their jobs. So imagine an organization that implements something like this for all their code staff, right? It makes it easier for the guys to get the work done faster. So there is even more time for them to even engage on more projects. Based on what I've seen and what we've tested, a project that's supposed to take us, let's say, 60 working days, and let me say man hours, we need to have it to get it done for like half of that time. And that means we can engage on another project and even make more money. So in a month, we are supposed to deliver on 3 projects. We deliver like 6 projects in the same month. And I believe the more we get used to Copilot, we get used to the way it works and understand it more, we even deliver more for less time. 59% say they are less frustrating when coding. I mean, that's what I've been saying here. Coding could be frustrating anyways. So this is just a few quotes from folks on Twitter, and these quotes are as it is, right? No one was paid to get this thing for GitHub. And the links, let me drop one of the link in the screen on the chat, so everyone can check that and have access to these things that I have dropped on the screen. So you see that we just screenshotted this post and said, hey, this is nice for us to let you guys know that yes, this is what we're using and this is how it is working for them. I'll just drop 1 or 2 or 3 there on the chat. You can just check that and see for yourself, right? I will drop 3 there. Stand by. So the developer community on Twitter is very, very interesting. So just check that. I dropped 2 there now. Let me drop the 3rd one. Stand by. Okay, right. So in the chat, you could just check that to see that other people are using this, and it's very, very, very important to them. All right, so basically more ideas. So keep flying with your favorite editor. So whether you use VS Code, you're on GitHub Code Spaces, you're Virtual Studio guy, you're on JetBrains, IDEs, NeoVims, the integration is seamless. In fact, once you get, you already have a GitHub account, once you just get access to these things, you just see it's a one-click integration. Sign up in your existing account, connect it, and you are live. So instead of you going from one place to another to, okay, I'm building an Android project, and this Android project is giving me time, let me go here, let me go. You don't need to go all those places. Everything happens at the same time in the same place, right? So this slide is animated. I just wanted to give you a context of what I mean in what GitHub does. Once you enable Copilot on your GitHub account, all you just need to do is to give it context. It is integrated with OpenAI Codex already, and it gives you the suggestion. Simple as that. And all the connectivities, other platforms are interconnected. So you just connect everything, and you are on the same platform, and you're working. Simple as that. And we know that as we are improving on this GitHub Copilot, by this time next week, let's say even next year, the improvement will be so much. So we want you to see us, GitHub Copilot as everything around your entire process, entire software development lifecycle. From planning, we are there. From the analysis, we are there. The design, we are there. The suggestion is coming right there. Implementation, we are there. Testing and integration, we are there. Even future, improvements, maintenance, debugging, we are there. The way that this guy takes away bugs, come to think of it, bugging is one of the, debugging is one of the major challenges in coding, right? This guy takes it as a flake. And I don't want to speak too much. The demo will show us everything. Okay, so Sulaiman, I want you to take over from here. I'll be handing over to Sulaiman, who would share his screen now and let us understand more of how this works. And I believe we'll enjoy it, and we'll see something that we could adopt in our place of work, organizations, or even individually also. All right, Sulaiman, I want to hand over to you now.
Okay, good morning. So I'll be taking you through the demo session where we'll actually explain how those things are working. Okay, please let me know if you can see my screen. Okay, can you see my screen?
It's still coming up. It's loading for my end.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Okay. So let's just go through. Let's just go through some example, but before that, I'm going to explain how you can actually set up GitHub, how you can register for GitHub, how you can set it up on your ID, and other things that is attached to it. So then after that, I will now show you some codes, some samples of how to use it. So like my colleague has already explained, GitHub Co-Pilot has already made life easier for developer. What you can actually do maybe in a day, in 1 hour, 2 hours before, you can actually achieve it in less than 5 minutes. Even debug, that is headache of developers, has always take time for developer to resolve. With Git Copilot, it will be very easier to know where the code is and to know where the issue is and then resolve that issue. So the first thing you need to do is for you to register on GitHub. So I'm going to share my screen so that you can see how that is being done on GitHub site. Okay, can you see my account? Can you see my screen? You can just simplify if you can see.
Yes.
Yes, please.
I can see now. Thank
Okay, so I'll be using these accounts as an example of how you can actually set up. So I believe everybody has GitHub. Either you have or your company, you have one way or the other. Because there are two accounts for GitHub. It can be personal, it could be corporate. So personal is for developers, DevOps guys, and other people attached to around IT. For corporate is for companies. So companies can have 5, 10 developers under them. So they will just need to have a corporate GitHub account where they will now have to invite their developers or even create developers under them. So once I've logged in on your GitHub and you can see your profile, the next thing you need to do is to come to this profile. So if you click on this profile icon, you see status, your profile. So if you come down, you see try Co-Pilot. Once you see try Co-Pilot, you just click on it. It will take you to where you are going to set it up. So once you have that, you can set up for organization, you can set up for personal. Since this account is a personal account, so I've already set it up. So once you get here, you see those things that you need to do. You just need to click OK, then you are fine. So once that has been already been done, the next thing you need to do is now to go to the ID where you want to use the Copilot. So I will need to go back to my ID. So the idea I'll be using for today is Visual Studio Code. That is what I'm going to use. So once you have registered on GitHub, you need to come back and set it up. So you can set it up normally by using the command line, or you can even come to the dashboard. Can you see this icon, this account? You can come in and then sign in. I can sign out and sign in. So if you click on it, if you click on this, you will see how you can sign in. You are seeing this because I've already signed in. So once you do that, then you are fine. I believe today most of us have knowledge of how to use GitHub. A day-to-day developer is using GitHub because you need to save your code, you need to do this and that. So I believe this is not the main reason why we are here. So after you have been able to sign up on your GitHub account on your Visual Studio or any other ID, that is all you need to do. The Copilot is already there. So now the next thing you now need to do is to install the Copilot. The way you are going to install the Copilot is to look for extension. There is an extension around this place, which is this. So if you click on extension, you search for GitHub Copilot. GitHub Copilot. So this is GitHub Copilot. So you just click on it and then you install. I can uninstall, I can install. I can disable, and I can also check the versions. So that's how it is being done. So once you have installed, it will take like some seconds, or let's say at most 2 minutes, then you have GitHub Copilot on your ID. The next thing you need to install as well is GitHub Copilot Lab. So if you search through this search bar, Copilot Lab. So this is it. You need to come here as well and install. I've already installed on my system, so you just need to do your installation. That is all you need. So once you have that, you are good to go. So I will now show you some examples of how to use it. So let's start using GitHub Co-Pilot. For the sake of this example, I'll be using JavaScript. You can use any language because you code with any language. But let us assume I'm a JavaScript developer. You can use C#, you can use SQL, you can use Python, any language. Copilot work with it. So I'm going to create my file. So let me create a JavaScript file and call it, okay, let me call it my demo.js. Okay, I need to create it again. Done. Okay. So in file, let me say demo.js. So I'm saving this on my local, on my desktop. So this is what you need. This is my ID. So I need to start coding now. Let's say I'm new to JavaScript. I don't know how to write lists, for example. I don't know how to write lists in JavaScript. It is very easy. I can just, or let's say I want to get all the states in USA, for example. Now that is what I'm meant to do, and I don't even know all the states in USA or something. I can just come here and write my function, and then I can do all, maybe all countries. So clicking on all countries. So this is a list. Copilot is able to write a list of all the countries for you. So what you just need to do is just add the other countries that is not there. Just need to add it. You have written a function. I don't know how to write a list before, but with this, that's already done that for me. It's very easy. It makes my work easier. I might not know how to do lists, but this thing has already done that for me. So that is the essence of Copilot. It makes my work easier and faster. Let's say I want to write another example. Let's say I want to do function. Let's say I want to do function. Okay, get all states in Nigeria. So this is also an example that's already written this for me. But let's look for more examples that we can actually use. Okay, let's say I want to get the current date. I want to get the current date, so I can just do function get current dates. Get current dates. So this is how to get the current dates in JavaScript. It's very easy. I don't know it. Sometimes you need to go and research, go to Stack Overflow, go to Google, so that you can get how to get dates in JavaScript. But Copilot has already done that for you. You don't need to bother yourself in knowing most of all those things. You just think about what you want to do and you type it. Let's say I want to do, okay. Let's say I want to do, okay, let's say I want to do, there's two numbers. I want to know the one that is, to know either if it is equal or not. How do I write the code? I don't know. I can just do is equal. So it will compare two numbers, which means if you run this function, for example, now, and you put you put 10 and 11, it will return if it is equal or not. Let's say I want to do is greater or something. Sure. Is greater. Yeah, is greater. So I want to check if the greater out of two numbers. I just do this and write the code for me. Seamless. I don't need to even have idea of writing all this code. So that is how GitHub Copilot is working. So let's say I'm new to SQL. I don't know how SQL is done. for example, they don't know how to select a record inside the database. I can just come and do, okay, let me write the function. Let me just do select all user. Select database, the database user. Select SQL user, okay? SQL data. So I want to get data from SQL. I don't know how to write SQL. I've never written SQL before. I just write this, which give me the query that I need to get a list of users. I can even get the highest in terms of salary, for example. Now let me get the person that is earning higher, the highest earner. Okay, I can just do select user, select, then just user with maybe with ID, with a particular ID. Okay, this is another example. I want to get users where the ID is 1. The ID could be maybe the company ID, it could be the staff ID, it could be anything, then it will get it out. So the one I wanted to do, can just do select user with highest salary or something, with email, okay, with highest salary, with highest scores. So you just go to the database and select this thing for you. You don't need to worry yourself. Just know what you want to type. Just know what you want, then type it. It will give you what you need. So that is the essence of this. You can as well move forward and test all these things. Let's say, okay, I want to write test cases. Test cases is very compulsory nowadays, where you write code and then you need to even check if it is actually working or not. So the next thing you do is, okay, I want to write case, okay? I can just come here and just do comment something. Okay, tests cases. I can just do test cases, for example. Okay, return all country. So okay, so it was able to write these test cases for me. It writes these test cases for me, then I'm good. So that is how all these are actually working. I might want to write test cases for any of these things. So what I will need to do is as well know the test cases I want to write. Then, okay, is there any, okay, can you guide? Can somebody is using his hand? Go ahead, please.
Yeah, so good day, everyone. So this particular last one, I think it's something that gets to me because I do write tests. So I want to know if this can help us write tests in React, because React test cases is a bit different because I'm not using JS, we're using React test library. So I don't know if this also works for React.
Yes, it's language, any language that you want. You know, this particular example is for Angular, I think. Sometimes this is how to write. Why I'm writing this, because I'm writing. Hello? Hello? Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see your screen. Hello?
Okay, stop. Let me share, please. I think I missed something. Maybe my screen went out or something. Let me share it.
I couldn't hear you for a minute. About a few seconds.
Okay, can you see my screen again? Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Okay, so do you have another question?
Yes, I do. I don't know, because the last time I used Co-Pilot, it was asking for payment. I don't know, is there any free version or is a paid version that you can do this? Because when I know when I started it, it was free by then. After I think after 1 year, it was now paid.
Okay, so I will need to go there. That's part of what we need to do, but let me just speak about it. Yes, it is not free. I think it is not free. So it is 30 days free trial. It is 30 days free trial. Then after that 30 days, you need to pay someone monthly. But the reason why, the reason why we actually taking this is because we are partners with Microsoft. With this, you can get discounts with us. My other colleague is going to speak more about this. Let's say you are paying $10 for it normally. If you buy directly from us, you can be getting it at maybe 50% or maybe 70%, even discounts, because we are actually one of the partners, even not just partners. We are one of the key partners of Microsoft. So all Microsoft's products, we sell it at discount price at a lower price. But my other colleague is going to speak more on that part when we get there. So let me move forward. So it can write tests and then you can move forward with so let's say I want just to do some tests again before I move. Yeah. Text. This is select. Okay. See now. I don't know if you actually see what I've done here. So what I've actually done here is this. I'll show you now. I have this. I've written this function before, but I want to test this particular function. So what I just need to do is I said I test cases for select SQL data, which is this function. With that, it's give me this. It gave me this. So those are ways of actually using all these. So let me move forward. Let's say we want to know if let's say what we just want to do. I don't know let's say we want to know the longest. Okay, this is adding two numbers. This is adding two numbers together. So it's actually do that as well. So sorry, this okay. So let's move forward. So let's say we want to get let's say I want to know the state that is maybe longer. Maybe if Alaska in US is actually, if Alaska is in US, for example, now I can just go back there and do if Alaska is in the US. Okay. Yeah, I'm already writing test cases. Let me take it away from test cases. Let me take it, okay. Now I'm doing function. It's Alaska in USA, so it will check and then it will return that. So this is the query. It return Alaska in US, so it will return true or false. So that is how it is being used. So let's look at other things here. Let's look at other things here. Okay, so that is all about just little demo that we have. So let's look at GitHub Co-Pilot Lab. So we can actually get that this is it, or we can actually get it from here. So this is the GitHub Colab. So Colab is just meant to convert code. It is meant to convert code. Let's say I just joined a company and then I know JavaScript, but what they are writing there is C#. What do I do? You don't need to worry yourself. Copilot is going to do that. So I will take you through that, how you can convert one particular language to another language. So let's say, okay, this code now, what is this thing doing? I don't know what is this thing, get all country. I don't know what it's doing. I can come here. Okay, sorry, before that, I need to show you something. When you download G Copilot, you need to actually set up the Copilot lab as well. You need to go and I'll send a site to you where you need to go and accept the terms and conditions before you can actually use this. Okay, so maybe after this meeting, after this call, I'm going to drop that so that you can actually know how to set that up. But let's go ahead. So this code, what does it do? So I can just come here. Okay, explain this code to me. So you just need to highlight. Once I've highlighted it, now click on it. Ask Copilot. So it will now explain this for you. Oh, the function, here's the explanation for the code. The function gets all country contains an array of the country names, which is actually correct. This is an array. The function gets all countries, return array countries. Okay, returns the array of country names, which is actually correct. So it has explained. As a developer or team lead, you can actually just, if you stumble upon your code or your people under you stumbled upon their code, you can just check this out and then it will explain the code for you. It will take you throughout, it will take away the stress of now trying to look at the code one by one, do this, do that. It will explain those things for you. So that is Ask Pilot. If you are not comfortable with, oh, this thing is not comfortable, okay, you can just ask again. Okay, let me see if there's any better definition. So it now comes again. Oh, you see, return array of string, which is actually correct, is defined by square bracket, which is actually correct. The data structure contains a list of elements which are the same data type, which is correct. All these they are string. So it explains those things to you. So that is the essence. If you feel you are not okay with it, you can just click on incorrect. That's like a feedback, or great, which means they are correct. Or you can just leave it. So this is just to explain code. There is code review session in all the companies. This can actually assist for code review. Okay, so we have another one, which is language translation. Okay, this language is in JavaScript. I want to see this thing in C#. Let's see. Okay, no, I want to see this in Python. Let's see. I've already highlighted it. I come here, look for Python, and then look for Python. Python. Okay, this is Python. Click on it. So ask Python. It converted the code to Python. I don't need to waste my time, maybe even learning Python. I don't even need to waste my time as a CTO, as a team lead. I don't actually need to not be looking for developers to come and convert our code. Copilot is going to do that for you. So it has converted this to Python. Okay, let's say I want to convert it to C#. Is it possible? Let's take a look at it. I think this is C#. Okay, let's see. Is it possible? Okay, those that are familiar with C#, they know this is not how to write C#. Yes, because I'm familiar with it. So is there any other way? Okay, let's try. Okay, this is way of converting. This is how to write C#. So it has converted this code to C# code form, which is very okay. So that is the function of language translation. So the other one is the brushes. Okay, let's say there's a bug in this code now. There's a bug there. We know that there's a bug here. I don't know where the bug is. I need to fix it. Copilot is going to do that for us. I just highlight, okay, fix this bug. It will look for it and then it fixes the bug for me. Let's say this thing is missing. This is missing, for example, now. The code is showing an error. What do I do? Oh, I don't even know where it is. I just click up, fix the bug, and then it's fixed it. So the same way we have it readable, we have with list types as well. Okay, let's look at this code now. How did they arrive at this? Okay, list types. See now, you say, oh, that is comment. Declare a function that return the list of country, return the list of country. We are used to commenting our code. This makes it very easier to do. So those are the things that we have on that here. And then the last one is, okay, this particular code, let me even test it. Let me run the test cases on it. Oh, suggest a new test. So this as well is going to do that. So that is the work of Co-Pilot. And then I think from here, my okay, this is test. He has written the test cases for us. This is it. So that is all about Co-Pilot. And then if there's any question, I can pick it now. Thank you so much. Okay, you can go ahead.
Okay, so for me, I think I missed the installation process, man. I was having some network glitches, not from the server though. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very well.
Yeah,
okay, so,
during the
okay,
installation, yeah, during this, I didn't get the installation process.
Okay, so what you need to do is this. What you need to do is, if you want to install, you need to come to, you need to go to GitHub. Let me share my screen again. You need to go to then hello, can you see my screen? Hello, can you see my screen?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so what you need to do is you have to register on GitHub, which I believe all developer, all organizations, they have that today. The next thing you need to do is come to your profile, this profile, then try Co-Pilot. Once you click on Co-Pilot, you'll see some things to just accept here. Once you have accepted that, then you are fine.
Okay.
So once you have done that, you just need to come to your IDE. Let me go back to my IDE. You need to go back to your IDE, and then from there you can, let me go back to my IDE. You can use normal cheats that we have always been using as a developer. You can just use that and just register there. Or you just come here, try to sign up here, then you are in. That is how to do that. And therefore, for Co-Pilot, for the lab, you need to, then after that, you need to come to extension. So once you get to extension, you need to search for GitHub Co-Pilot. You get. Then once you have done that, you need to install it. You also come to GitHub Co-Pilot Lab. If you need to translate code or need the definition of some code, you need to come there and install. So once you have installed, you have it on your ID. So for the GitHub Copilot, the next thing you now do after you have installed this, you need to go and register on, you need to go and accept terms and conditions on a particular site. So once you have done that, it will automatically sign you in. At the end of this meeting, I'm going to drop the link where you can accept the terms and you are fine. Okay, is there any, do I answer your question?
Yes, you have. Thank you.
All right, so do you have any other question? Okay, so if
I'm sorry, yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, I have a question.
Go ahead.
And mine is the GitHub Co-Pilot, the lab. We have to pay for the subscription.
Yes, there is subscription on it. So I've actually explained that, but my colleague is going to talk more about it.
I'm talking about the Co-Pilot lab.
No. It will once you have subscribed, it covers everything.
Okay, it covers both the GitHub Co-Pilot and the lab.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right, we are
And
just
another
commenced
features there. Another features like GitHub Copilot charts, GitHub Copilot for voice, GitHub Copilot. But as a developer, the main thing you need is just that too. But you can actually do more research and then get used to those things. Okay, so do you have any other question? So if there is none, I'm going to hand over to Oladayo to continue. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much, Lemon. Really do appreciate. We are very much behind schedule. Oladayo, please.
Okay, so basically we know that the demo has said it all. And for me, I'm particularly excited about the outstanding features of GitHub Copilot. More importantly, the language translation in which you can switch between programming languages. Let's say, for instance, you want to be like an expert in C# and also JavaScript. It enables you to be able to learn. You will be able to learn and teach yourself how to use code in different languages. So apart from the fact that you can provide a programming problem in natural language, it can also translate code for you between programming language. Now, it's also compatible with different operating systems. We have the Mac OS, the Linux, the Microsoft Windows. So those are the fantastic features of GitHub Copilot. Now, in addition to that, it also has individual controls where you can turn it on and off right from your integrated development environment. As a developer, you're in control of when you want to use your GitHub Copilot. You can enable it as you desire in your IDE at any time. You can also opt out of telemetry. That is, you can decide to share your code snippet, or you can decide not to share your code snippet. Then also, it can also be used for filtering public code matches. That is, you can decide to allow or block suggestions, whether you want to allow public suggestions into your code or not. You can block the suggestions. Then for the business control, it has policy control at the enterprise and organization level. You can control the way that the Copilot is being used. Then it's also easy to assign users. In terms of migration, you can support building. So basically, it also has a more powerful AI model where you can use new modeling algorithms to improve the quality of your code suggestions. So basically, those are the areas that I just want to point out to you. Then finally, for the individuals, you can plug right into your editor. You can turn natural language prompts into code. You can offer multi-line function suggestions, speed up text generation, block suggestions matching public code. And for your businesses, you have a simple license management, organization-wide policy management, and industry-leading privacy. So at this point, I would like I would like my colleague, Mr. Ayomide, to take us through how you can partner with us today. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much, Oladayo. I appreciate that. So guys, make sure you check up the survey and let us know how the event went and how we can reach out to you. But for me, I think that the sweeter part there is the understanding of what GitHub Copilot came to do, right? So let's say we've been doing our work normally how it used to be, that's normal. But then, the AI came in and dropped so much of things, and people are always wondering, would AI take our jobs? I would tell you for free, AI would take some jobs, but not all, right? And especially the purpose of AI, if you understand, you will not lose your job, for instance. So AI is supposed to enable those who are working. When you know what you are doing and AI comes to you, you are able to do your work better. So you become more valuable with AI. That's just the fact. AI cannot in totality, in its entirety, independently take away people's jobs. It's when people do not see the need for it, when they do not embrace the the change that comes with it, then it could actually sweep those people away. So organizations beginning to adopt things like Copilot might begin to see that, oh, I think that these guys need help. They need to get, we need to make more money. And when they adopt Copilot, they begin to see that the projects are completed in shorter period of time. So that makes more pressure for them to get more business. So when they get more business, they get more project. You guys finish it in time, and they have to pay you guys more. I mean, that's just the reality of things at the end of the day. So when I come to business controls, I believe that there is also a part where people worry, my organization is into we have some data privacy issues. I don't want this, I don't want that. We have all that under control, right? So you can even turn off the suggestions that comes from the public interfaces, right? And you can also get a superior model of AI when you have it integrated in your organization. So what you should be thinking now is, how will my organization adopt this solution? If my organization adopts this AI, it comes to us, you guys begin to use it, and you can even use it to do your own, maybe little learning, improve your learning processes, and you become more relevant in your organization. That's the way I see it at the end of the day. So there is Copilot for individuals, and there is Copilot for business. There is simple license management, organization-wide policy, and privacy. I mean, for the business package, it has top-notch privacy. So no matter what you do, no matter the suggestions, it's still within your organization. So you don't have issues about, oh, what we are doing on organization has the back end of our code. That's bullshit. Not with Copilot, because you have the right to turn off those external integrations, right? Now, partnering with us today, I mean, you get so much. Most important is the enterprise cost advantage. Like I've said, you get more for less when you purchase an enterprise or business license for your team. Let's say in your organization, your team lead, you wanted to speak to your people, say, hey, I think we need to get this license. For everyone who wants to embark on a project, you have a list of items which you need. If a new solution comes into the world today and you are not able to adopt it, some other teams which have similar projects adopting some technologies like that become more important, more relevant, and they deliver their projects faster than your team. So your team will be lagging behind. Other teams are getting it faster, they're closing the deals, and they're moving on to the next project. So whether you adopt Copilot or not, it's here to stay anyways. And Microsoft is bringing it to each and every one of us in every organization, one step at a time. So you could be maybe the leverage Microsoft has to your organization, saying, oh, I'm the project manager, I'm the lead developer, I'm the senior guy here. I think we need to get this thing done. And with Microsoft, with you, we can do this demo for your organization. Then people who get to approve these things, and you get it, right? So don't worry about you getting to go pay for it. You are not even supposed to pay for it in the first place. There is also technical support. So while you are still on your project, you could get support for your project, leveraging our own technical support. So imagine your Microsoft guys are in your team, getting, you're getting to do something and you're getting a bug, or you're getting something that is disturbing you, you can't really go ahead with. We're just a call away. We have assigned you an account person, someone who will manage you, and then you just reach out to that person, say, hey, this is what I'm facing. And the guy sums up the whole on your matter to make sure that you resolve this your challenge. Remember, this is at zero cost. So there's so much for you to gain when you partner with us for this particular solution and every other solution that we have that Microsoft has. There's also discounted pricing for developers. So even if you're an individual and maybe you're not attached to any organization, but you want to improve yourself, you want to do more for less, you can also partner with us and get discounts as a developer immediately you sign up with us. So that's all for now. For those on the cloud, we're also with you to make sure that you have seamless cloud integrations. If you're on Azure, we are also your partners. Just get to fill up the survey. Tell us how you want us to meet with you via Telegram, any which way you want us to call you or reach out to you. Let us know and we'll be right on your step. Thank you very much, everyone. And I really appreciate our time on this call. We just have 1 minute. Anyone with a vote of thanks or question before we close?
Okay, I have a question. My question goes this. I have like 3 GitHub accounts because where I work, we normally use different GitHub accounts. I don't know, is it possible for me to get one subscription for the 3 GitHub accounts? Is that possible for my GitHub account?
That question is very, very, very important. I mean, it sounds like you want to have 3 laptops and have one, license, Windows license assigned into the 3 of them. You probably need a perpetual license to do that, right? So probably the type of license you have. So for now, we don't have that type of license that will cover for everybody because we invested so much in this AI guy, and we want to see, we want to make some more money before we start making it, and we made it free for a very long time anyway. So you think about that. You can have maybe it on the main account, and then you can use that whenever you need that. You just sign into that particular account and you get that done, basically. Does that cover for you?
Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you very much, guys. Please, I want to see everyone in the survey. I want to reach out to everyone at the end of the call. Once again, thank you everyone for being here. God bless you all. Bye. And yes, about the link that was promised by Suleiman, I think we will have that come back to us. Just fill the survey. We have your details. You want us to reach out to you, we'll just put all that together in the email and come back to you. Thank you very much and enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.